Welcome, beautiful soul. I want you to imagine something for a moment. You're sitting next to your partner, looking deeply into their eyes, and there's a moment of complete silence. In that silence, you're both completely present. It's as though everything around you disappears, and what remains is the connection between the two of you. In that space, a touch can speak volumes, a touch that goes far beyond what you've ever known before. It's vulnerable, it's raw, and it's authentic. Today, we're not just talking about the physical. We're talking about the emotional layers of intimacy. We're talking about the 5 male pleasure spots that go beyond the surface of physical touch and into the deep currents of emotional connection. We're diving into something profound because emotional intimacy is the heart of any meaningful relationship. Why does this matter? It's simple. In today's fast-paced world, we often overlook these moments. We rush through physical touch and forget that true intimacy is not just about what you do, but about what you feel together. If you want a relationship that's more than surface level, that's rooted in deep, emotional connection and trust, then this journey is for you. And now, before we dive into these 5 spots, ask yourself, when was the last time you truly felt connected emotionally to your partner? And while we're on this journey, let's also pause for a moment and appreciate what we're about to uncover. Every touch is a conversation, and today, I'm going to help you learn how to speak through those touches in the most intimate and emotionally resonant way possible. If you're ready, hit that subscribe button, and let's unlock these pleasure spots together. This is about far more than just intimacy. This is about understanding and connecting on a level that will transform your relationship. 1. The gateway to his emotional intimacy, the neck. Let's start with one of the most profound and emotionally charged spots on the body, the neck. Carl Jung once said, "The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are." And when it comes to the neck, this is a spot that is often overlooked, yet it holds so much of our emotional landscape. It's a space where vulnerability meets trust. Think about it for a second. When you touch someone's neck, you're not just touching a physical part of their body. You're engaging with their emotional self. The neck is a gateway. It's a place that can stir up intimacy and emotion in ways that go far beyond a simple kiss or caress. In the words of Mathew, HUSSEY, when we are emotionally vulnerable, we are our most authentic selves. And in the world of intimacy, emotional vulnerability is often scary, but it's also transformative. When you kiss or softly touch his neck, you are inviting him to be his truest, most vulnerable self. This touch becomes more than just physical pleasure. It's a sacred bond that deepens emotional intimacy and trust. But let's get real for a second. How often do you rush through these moments? How often do you forget to slow down, to embrace the emotional impact of your touch? The neck isn't just a quick kiss or a rush to the next step. It's a place of emotion, of deep connection and understanding. You can speak to him through your touch here. You don't have to say a word. Instead, you can whisper your love, your care, your admiration, all through a touch that connects his emotional self with yours. What do you think happens when you slow down and really feel your partner in these vulnerable moments? How does it transform the emotional connection? If you're resonating with this, hit like and share your thoughts in the comments. When was the last time you truly took your time with the neck? Don't forget to subscribe if you're looking for more insights on deepening your emotional intimacy. 2. The ears, an area that's so often overlooked, yet it holds an immense emotional power. Jessica Opare teaches us that emotional intimacy often starts in the places where we are the most vulnerable. And for many men, their ears are a vulnerable spot. You see, the ears aren't just for hearing, they're for listening to each other's deepest thoughts. When you whisper sweet nothings in his ear, you're not just filling the air with sound. You're sharing a connection, a vibration that says, "I'm here with you." Mathew HUSSEY says, "The most powerful intimacy isn't about what you're doing with each other. It's about how you make each other feel." And this couldn't be more true when it comes to the ears. The soft whisper of your breath, the sound of your voice near his ear, can send waves of emotion and connection. The act of whispering isn't just physical, it's emotional, deeply intimate, and something you can use to reinforce trust. It's about creating that safe space where he knows you're with him in every way, both physically and emotionally. Here's a fun fact. The ear is highly sensitive, and even the smallest breath or lightest nibble can create an electrifying effect. When you take your time here, you're showing him how much you care in a way that's subtle, yet deeply powerful. When was the last time you used your words or whispers to build that level of emotional intimacy? What was the effect on both of you? If this resonates with you, make sure you like and comment below. Tell me, how do you use whispers or soft touches to connect emotionally with your partner? And as always, subscribe for more emotional connection tips. 3. The chest. Holding his heart, holding his soul. The chest is everything. Jung believed that true intimacy doesn't just reside in the physical world. It's deeply intertwined with the psychological and the emotional. And when you touch his chest, you're touching his soul. The chest is where his heart beats, literally and metaphorically. It's a place where he keeps his emotions, his vulnerabilities, his worries, his joys. So when you touch him there, you're saying, "I see you, I know you, I feel you." This isn't just about kissing or massaging. It's about nourishing his emotional needs. It's about being present with him, holding space for his heart. And in that space, you're both sharing a moment of true emotional connection. How often do you take time to gently touch his chest? To just hold him close and listen to the rhythm of his heartbeat? That heartbeat isn't just a sound. It's an expression of his emotional life, and it's deeply intimate. How often do you pause to truly connect with your partner's heart? How does it affect the intimacy between you both? Like if this is hitting home, and comment below with your experiences of connecting emotionally through touch. Subscribe for more ways to deepen the emotional intimacy in your relationship. 4. The inner thighs, for slow, intentional connection. Now, let's talk about the inner thighs, one of the most sensitive and emotionally charged spots on his body. And while this area is commonly associated with sexual desire, it's also deeply emotional. Carl Jung teaches us that true intimacy is built when we're willing to slow down and embrace the vulnerability of another person. The inner thighs, being so close to the genitals, represent a prelude to deeper connection, not just physically, but emotionally. When you touch his inner thighs slowly and deliberately, you're building anticipation. You're not rushing, you're savoring the moment. The deeper the anticipation, the more emotionally charged the encounter becomes. This isn't just a quick thrill. This is about nurturing intimacy. What happens when you stop rushing and focus on building emotional tension through slow, deliberate touch? How does it change your connection? Like if this deep dive into emotional intimacy is inspiring you, and comment with your thoughts on how anticipation plays into building emotional connections. Subscribe for more insights into deepening your intimacy. 5. The hands, the ultimate gesture of connection. Finally, we come to one of the most powerful and often overlooked areas, the hands. Jessica Opare beautifully states that intimacy is not just about physical touch. It's about how both partners feel valued. The hands represent more than just touch. They represent care, trust, and security. When you hold his hand, it's not just a casual gesture, it's a promise. When you trace your fingers over his hand, you're saying, "I see you, I value you, I'm here with you." In many ways, the hands are the most intimate of all, because they're the first point of contact. You can communicate so much without saying a word. The way you hold his hand, the way you touch him intentionally, speaks louder than words ever could. How do you use your hands to create intimacy? Do you think about how a simple touch can change the energy between you both? If this resonates with you, like and comment below with your experiences of connecting with your partner through touch. And as always, don't forget to subscribe for more tips on building deeper intimacy and emotional connection. As we've seen, true intimacy isn't just about touching the body. It's about touching the emotional self. It's about showing up for each other, listening to each other's hearts, and creating moments that transcend the physical. So next time you're with your partner, remember, it's not just the touch, it's the energy you bring to it. It's the emotional connection that flows through each kiss, each touch, each whisper. And that connection, it will last longer than any physical pleasure. If you've learned something new today, like, comment, and subscribe for more in-depth insights on emotional intimacy. Remember, true intimacy starts with connection, and that connection will make all the difference in your relationship.